Okay, I want to welcome everybody. Thank you all for showing up on this brisk morning. As you're all aware, we are here to break ground on the latest and greatest highway project here in the Lubbock metro area. I'd like to say just a few words about how we got here. TxDOT has always enjoyed a great partnership with the city of Lubbock and Lubbock County, and to provide great transportation projects for the citizens of this community. Back in the 60s, early 70s, there was a group of people kind of like this breaking ground in a cotton field on the south side of town to start building Loop 289. Just for historical fact, that's a 26-mile loop that cost $26 million. In the 90s, I was present at the groundbreaking for I-27 through Lubbock. That's about 9 miles, 10 miles, cost $150 million. Back in the early 2000s, I was at the groundbreaking for, I've been around a while, groundbreaking for the Marcia Sharp Freeway. That's about 12 miles, cost $360 million. And here we are breaking ground on Loop 88, also known as the Outer Loop, in the year 2021. That one will eventually be 36 miles, and you don't want to know what it's going to cost. But we are working diligently to get plans on the shelf, getting right-of-way cleared, getting utilities moved so we can continue building this much-needed project. So that's just a real quick history of how we got to where we are. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Judge, for the cooperation you've shown. Thank you, Senator, for all the support you've given us in the legislature. I want to introduce a few special guests that are here today. Representing Representative Dustin Burrows' office, Matt Crow. Where you at, Matt? I don't see him. He's probably out tending to some constituent needs this morning. From Congressman Jody Arrington's office, Lindley Herring. There you are. Good to see you. Thank you. From Senator John Cornyn's office, Caleb Cobb and Joel Rodell. Thank y'all for being here. Appreciate it. From Senator Ted Cruz's office, Mary Owen. Glad to have you here, Mary. We've worked with you for a lot of years. We have a quorum present, apparently, of the City Council this morning. I hope you posted that, Mayor.
Yes, sir. Always.
Okay. Mayor Pro Tem Griffith? Oh. Mayor Pro Tem Steve Massengale. Thank you for being here. Councilman Jeff Griffith. There he is. Randy Christian. There you are. And Councilwoman Latrell Joy. Back there in the back. From the City Manager's office, we have Mr. Jarrett Atkinson. Jarrett, glad to see you again. And from Lubbock County, we have Commissioner for Precinct 1, Terrence Kovar. Thank you for being here, Commissioner.
Precinct 2. Huh? Precinct 2, Jason Corley.
Oh, Precinct 2, Jason Corley. Are you in the crowd? There you are. Thank you, sir. Anybody else on this?
I think that's it.
I'd also like to give
Treasurer. County Treasurer.
Well, Chris Wynn still?
Right there.
Chris Wynn, County Treasurer, has absolutely nothing better to do than come out and sit in the cold. Clearly. We can get you a hat, Chris, if you need one. I'd also like to give special recognition, excuse me, to the person who's really responsible for bringing this project forward. Miss Colin Francis, where are you? Back over here? Colin is my Director of Transportation Planning and Development, and she's been the driving force behind getting this project delivered. I currently have the easiest job at TxDOT. I get to sit at my desk with my feet up on the desk and tell everybody else to take care of business. So, Colin, thank you and your team for delivering this project. I'd now like to introduce Mayor Dan Pope to say a few words. He's promised to be brief. That's unusual for him, but Mr. Mayor.
I'll do my best to be brief. Steve, I appreciated the history lesson. What was the weather like the day they broke ground for the administration building at Texas Tech? You were traveling that day? Okay. It's a great day in Lubbock, Texas. We begin a new chapter in our effort to improve mobility and safety in our local transportation system. Lubbock continues to grow. Loop 88 is a big part of our growth. As Mr. Warren stated, this is a collaborative project. Is that one of your friends there?
Somebody should build a freeway out here.
It's a collaborative effort between TxDOT, the city, and the county, and it requires a lot of work. And Steve did a nice job of thanking some folks, but I think it is critical that we thank Senator Perry and State Representatives Burrows and Frulo for their help. I think also the Transportation Commission for their continued support of Lubbock. They know that we're willing to put our money into deals, and that's allowed us to continue to keep our infrastructure ahead of growth in many cases. So the Lubbock MPO deserves a mention. That's our regional transportation group that's led by, at this point, by Judge Parrish. I serve on that along with council members Griffith and Patterson-Harris. We also serve with Mr. Warren, the city manager, with representatives from City Bus, with Commissioner C, and also the Mayor Addington from Wolforth. And together we make those decisions about these regional transportation needs. I'll just wrap up by saying that it takes vision and courage to be ahead of the growth, and I think when we started talking about an outer loop seriously a decade ago, people looked at us and rolled their eyes, and you see where we are today with the growth in our community. Those guys saved that for me. You like that, Terrence? It's time that we build this. It's an exciting day. Thanks for letting me share with you, and I'm ready to get the work moving. Judge?
It is a great day in Lubbock County. We'll be brief because we are all standing out here in the cold, and so I would just want to be brief. The analogy when we talk about transportation and building roads is there's two great times to plant a tree. 20 years ago and today. Today we're planting a tree. This is a project that our kids, and we've got Treasurer Chris Wynn there, and he's got his little baby. This is why we're here today. We will all benefit from this construction. We're going to have to go through the construction to get there, but really the project that we're doing today is for the benefit of our children, our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren, and as the Constitution says, those who are our posterity, those who come after us. That's what this project is about. You know, I was thinking back when I was a very, very little kid, when they were planning, as Steve was talking about, Loop 289 back in the 60s. Can you imagine today if we were to go back and try to build Loop 289 today? What the problems that we would have, what the cost would be, what the issues would be. Today, we are fulfilling a vision. And it's not a vision for today. It's a vision for 20 years from now, 40 years from now, 60 years from now. This is a great day in Lubbock where we're able to stand on the shoulders of giants, those who have had the vision of transportation in Lubbock, the blessings of transportation in Lubbock. We honor this project. We fill it with our prayers and our blessings and ask that God shine graciously upon this project as we go forward. Thank you all for being here. May God bless you, God bless your families, and God bless Lubbock County.
I don't have much to add to that. It absolutely is for our future. It's for my grandkids that are going to look back and say, hey, Pops, do you remember when? And I say, yeah, I remember when there wasn't an outer loop. Hopefully I'll be around when they're driving on it. So it's exciting times. It's going to be good days. You know, we're privileged to live in a state that has the resources to do these projects, and that we had the wisdom at the legislative level to put a consistent stream of income in so that roads and bridges and other things of importance of infrastructure weren't afterthoughts in a budget. It's outside the budget. It pretty much just happens. So we don't get to mess with it. It's kind of automatic. It's on autopilot. And I can't say enough for Steve here. We've had many a conversation. My district has a lot of lane miles in it. He's always responsive, but it's a good day to be in Lubbock. And as you said, I don't know what Lubbock would look like without Loop 289. So I can't wait to see what Lubbock looks like with Loop 288. So thank you guys for being here.
Thank you, Senator, Judge Parrish, Mr. Mayor. Okay, a couple of things before we break ground. I want to give thank you right off the bat to United Supermarkets, manager Eugene Ford, for letting us use the parking lot. I was actually very surprised that they allowed us to do that because remember that contentious debate on right-of-way acquisition? Some of it occurred right here on this very spot. So, but no, they've worked very well with us, and we appreciate United and their support for transportation. My Lubbock Southeast maintenance crew, where are you guys at? Wave your arms. One of you. Oh, okay. There's several. And our Lubbock District Bridge crew is here as well. Where are you guys at? There they are. I want to thank Diana Asensio for arranging this whole thing. I didn't want to do it, but she made me do it. And I want to thank all the rest of the TxDOT employees here that helped with the logistics and everything. We have Mr. Mike Whitty over here. He's the Lubbock area engineer. He's going to be responsible for construction on this project. Where's everybody from your office? Wave their hands if you can. There they are. Thank y'all. We taking pictures after?
We're trying to get a group of share and take
After. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to ask our construction partners I'm going to try and say this correctly the first try. Sassier Construction. Did I get it right? This company is new to Lubbock, new to us. Kind of wish we could have got Jones Brothers or something like that, a little easier to say, but we're looking forward to partnering with you guys. We have David Gutierrez Garcia back over here in the background, and Joey Williams. Thank you, gentlemen. Looking forward to working with you guys. I've already thanked Kylan Francis, but thank you again, Kylan, for the hard work. David Jones, Lubbock Metropolitan Planning Organization Executive Director. David's probably one of the few people here today that's been around longer than I have. Okay, I'd like to invite Mr. Jones, Ms. Francis, Commissioner Kovar, our Sassier partners to come forward and join us, grab a shovel, and we'll get this thing kicked off.